new level. Everything I touch turn to gold. Ain't I something special? This one for my haters, I'm a motivator. I make them niggas wanna do better. I want too much, I can never settle. Settle for less, nigga, I can never. If she did better, I probably would've kept her. But oh boy, I found something better, and she gon' do me better.
Get into some. We had some big fights this past, some big fights that's coming up, man. Get y'all opinions on a few of them, man. So, with the Spence and Ugas fight, man, was it what y'all expected?
No, it wasn't what I expected. You know, I thought it was gonna be a more competitive fight, but that just showed how great Earl the True Spence Jr. is. Like, I thought this was really gonna be a competitive fight because I looked at Ugas differently. He was one of them real ones, you know, who I seen. And Earl Spence went in there, he put on a tremendous performance, you know, so we can't do nothing but salute Earl Spence. That performance he put on showed he all the way back to the back, to the back, to the back.
Not all the way back, he's better than he was.
Yeah, he better than what he was.
Spence to me looked better than he ever has. And that's what surprised me. I thought that fight was gonna be a little closer and early. I thought Spence was gonna start wearing him down. But man, he shut a lot of people up. A lot of critics, not critics, I said people who were concerned about the injury, about the wreck. He came out, he shut everybody up. He looked better than ever doing it against a game opponent in your Dennis Ugas. And then now the future's in his hands. So hell yeah.
I'm glad. Like, I was one of the critics because I didn't know. It was me and a lot of other people we didn't know. Seeing them come back from that car crash.
Oh yeah.
Come back from that retina, which we know how serious that is. We didn't know, but Earl Spence came and woke everybody up who was sleeping. And we can't do nothing but salute him.
Right on. You know, at the end of the fight, you know what I'm saying, he called for the fight that everybody been waiting on. Do y'all really believe that fight is finna happen? Do you think it's anything that can get in the way of that fight? Or do you believe we really finna finally see Terrence Crawford versus Earl Spence?
Yeah, ego. That's what's gonna get into the fight. Ego, Terrence Crawford, ego. Him and his fans' ego. I don't know who's gonna win that fight because them guys are so evenly matched. But Terrence Crawford got to understand when they come to A-side, he's losing that by a landslide. And that's something he's not used to. He used to being the top dog, the dude who A-side. Ever since 2014, when he made his big splash in the boxing, when he became champion. But his ego, him and his fans' ego, they got to understand Earl is the creme de la creme, and they must respect that.
So,
oh yeah, I forgot what the question was.
About Earl, is it the
Errol and Bud, bro.
So you
I could just hope and wish.
Before you answer it, like what's the chances, like on a percentage level? Like what you think that like what percent do you think that chance has, like, of having, like?
I've been fooled in boxing plenty of times, man, but right now it's prime to happen. Not only have we been dying for this fight to happen, but now you got all the belts on the line. You know what I'm saying? Like, now it's perfect, and it's a 50-50 fight. I mean, my brain going up and down about who's
like
gonna win that fight.
Canelo losing.
Yeah, for sure, exactly. So with Canelo losing, this #1 pound for pound is up for grabs. They're licking their chops for that, man. They're looking for that. They're licking their chops for the titles, undisputed. Finally shut everybody up. #1 pound for pound. So God, if you're listening, I hope this fight happens. The only thing that can get in the way, like you said, is ego, fighting over money. But come on, man, this is going to land you in the history books forever and ever and ever and ever. So I hope it happens. If I had to put a number on it, I feel like they're both saying the right shit. 80% maybe. 80%. I hope so.
Yeah, I think it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Think it's later this year?
I think it's this year. No, wait. Why would they wait? Why would you take a chance of getting beat and then you know what I mean?
It got to happen.
Yeah.
Like, it's 3 best of 1 now, and Earl said it. Unless Earl want more people to criticize him, because you know it's gonna come if he don't fight Terrence Crawford next, because of what your question was. He said, I want Crawford. I want that last belt. So I believe Earl Spence. I think it's gonna happen.
That's what's up, man. Another fight that went down, you know, for women's boxing, Katie Taylor and Amanda. Did y'all agree with the decision, or did y'all feel like that was a little janky?
No, I agree with the decision.
I had it 95-95. He actually did have Taylor winning that fight. I know there's a lot of Seranno fans, a lot of Puerto Rican based, a lot of Latino fans, a lot of American fans that thought Seranno put it out. I had no problem with the results. I had a problem with the, what was it, 97-93 scorecard. I thought that was a little wide open. That fight, that was an amazing fight, not just for what they put out in the ring, but for what it means for the sport of boxing and women's boxing. So, hell of a night. I was okay with Katie winning. I had it a draw. I hope they do it again and run it back.
I thought it was first off, it was a good fight. It was competitive. But the thing is, Amanda Seranno, she was a front runner. Like she ran the first couple of rounds. With Katie Taylor, she was a distance runner. You know, like Seranno, she was in a sprint.
I see what you're saying. Sprint
Katie Taylor was a distance runner, and that's what happened at the end of the fight. I just seen, and then not only that, when it comes to punches, accuracy, she was landing the more effective punches, in my opinion, later on in the fight. It was close early, and it was still close to end the fight, but I thought she did more. Was it a good fight? Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Do it deserve a rematch? Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
But I had Katie Taylor from across the pond.
Yeah, he had a 96, 94, I remember that.
Sure. No, I got to ask y'all about Canelo and Bivol, man.
What happened? I hadn't read up on it. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Shit, that's all everybody's talking about.
Man, how did y'all expect, you know what I'm saying, the fight to go like that, or did y'all expect it to be more competitive?
You wanna go first? Listen, man, that morning I had a vision. I had been running with Canelo the whole time, and I'm not bullshitting. I called him, and I was like, dog, I think Bivol might do this. But I still gave Canelo, I still officially picked Canelo because I said Bivol can do this, but he has to fight a perfect fight. And I didn't think he could do that for that first time being on that big of a stage. You know what I'm saying? So he fought the perfect fight.
He was crazy.
Yeah, he did. He fought the perfect fight.
I said, what you talking about,
Bro,
JJ?
He fought the perfect fight.
What? Excuse me? Hello? What did you just say?
Bivol fought the perfect fight. You can't take anything away. He handled the nerves. He didn't get sucked into Canelo's game, trying to get him in on the ropes. Bro, big ups to Bivol. I hope he gets paid because he still hasn't got paid because of the Russia stuff. I hope he gets his money. But Canelo, in my opinion, take his ass back down to 168 and handle business there, and pray to God Bivol don't try to come take his belt.
Shout out to Bivol because I didn't give him a chance. Hold up, the businessman, not a thief to win this fight. I'm sorry, that's Canelo. You know, I thought Canelo was going to just beat this guy like we've been seeing Canelo on this 16-fight winning streak. That was broke, you know, so I just got to give Bivol his credit, man. You know, he went in there, he put on an excellent performance. And if you think about it, the only type of fighters that beat Canelo did what Bivol do. They had excellent footwork, they knew how to use their jab, and they was great counter punches. If you're gonna beat Canelo, you got to be able to do all them three things. But they talking about Canelo versus David Benavidez. I'm like, huh? Excuse me? Everybody talking about Benavidez gonna beat that guy? And Benavidez is a stationary fighter who throw punches and combinations with no head movement at all. Look, kudos to him because doing what he did made him a world champion. But as everybody knows, styles make fights. And with a stationary fighter, Canelo will eat them alive.
Agreed. I think Benavidez is the biggest challenge here, but yeah, I think Canelo cleans up 168, continues to clean it.
So, you know it's a rematch clause. Do you really think Canelo want that again?
He's a stubborn ass kid, man. I say kid, he's stubborn. I hope he's got some advisors. I hope Reynoso. I hope somebody, because I don't want to see that fight again. Canelo's lucky he didn't get knocked the hell out. You know what I mean? He got out of there with all his senses. So I don't. He's stubborn. He might want to prove a point, but I certainly hope not, man.
I agree with him when he said he's stubborn. That's true. And I disagree with him when he said he shouldn't do it. I want Canelo to take this fight. You know,
Bivol said he'll.
I want Canelo.
Yeah, he said he'll come down to 168.
And no matter if it was at 168 or 175, Canelo take this fight because this is what boxing is about. You know, Canelo, you lost that fight. It wasn't like no bad ass whipping, but you clearly lost that fight. Show who you is. Show us you that dude from Guadalajara, Mexico, Mr. Viva Mexico. Like I want him to take the rematch.
Canelo showed me nothing in that fight to tell me that he might be able to pull it off in a rematch. I hope he doesn't do it, but we'll see, man. Just like I want to see Canelo Triple G3. I want to see that. A lot of big fights out there. But
yeah,
we'll
but see, I like. If Canelo don't take this fight, then they're going to say, oh, Canelo
be prepared for the haters regardless.
What I think Canelo is, the fighter that Canelo is, I think he's going to take this fight. I think Canelo is going to take this fight. You know, like when Mayweather had his close fight with McDonald, people was questioning that. What Floyd Mayweather do? He took that rematch quick, and he went in there and left it clear-cut, no debating. I'm not saying that Canelo gonna win this fight, obviously. We just seen that last fight. That's the first time I seen Canelo get beat up. So obviously, if I'm looking at the fight going next, I'm picking Bivol as the favorite. But I'm not gonna sleep on Canelo who understand this boxing game, who done been in this boxing game, and know the ups and downs of this boxing game, and done showed true character from coming back from a loss to showing greatness. And I think he could do it again. Will he win? I don't know. But do I think he's gonna take this fight? Absolutely.
That's what's up, man. That's all I had for y'all, man. I appreciate the time.
And y'all make sure y'all subscribe to The Businessman, one of the up-and-coming new bloggers, boxing analysis, everything out of Dallas. He is the new wave when it comes to this. When I tell you, nobody worked harder than this dude who I see out here. When he grinding, I said that, meant that, and stand on that. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, punch that subscribe button.
Keep grinding, business man. Since I met you, them numbers just woo, and it ain't by chance. It's because I see you grinding, brother. So keep hustling, and y'all tune in. He's doing some great stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.